current problems that we are having with sensationalized newspaper headlines and tries to
Good morning, how are you?
figure out how we can solve these issues.
I am here because benefits were missing in July.
Okay.
I haven't heard back from my case
And you submitted an electronic theft report?
everything.
Okay.
I've put up police reports. You guys can see it on your website.
Okay.
But
Can
I
I
just
see
haven't
your
heard
EBT
from
card?
the...
No problem. Thank you.
And the second thing I need is whatever the guys in the front here with the cell phones need, like verification of benefits, and they need a second paper, but I forgot what it is.
Go ahead. Team report back to the office. I'm in lobby B. Where is she now? Yeah.
So that's what just came down.
Okay.
All right.
Just hang tight and somebody will call you.
Thank you, sir.
How can I help you?
Grace Petrelli, number 6, please. Last name Petrelli. Yeah.
Yeah, for real. I just need some sleep. Good morning. going down.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Man, I was really getting somewhere. Let's see.
These three interior designers have been given a photograph of an empty studio loft. They have free reign to design it in any way they please. Hi, I'm Nazawa, and I absolutely love color and texture and layering patterns and all of the above. Hi, my name is Darren Jett. I'm an interior designer based in New York City, and I am giving you your fantasy. My name is Joy Moyler. I'm an interior designer based in New York, and my style is classic, relaxed, and approachable. No clients, no restrictions, just blank space. I see a loft here. I'm very excited about this project. I can already see that if this is on the market, and if I was looking and I had the money, I would buy it. What I'm seeing is a very iconic, sort of like downtown New York apartment. But I also see, by way of the layout, it's kind of a strange
John
space.
Casper,
It's very, very
number 5.
long, which is not uncommon when it comes to city apartments. But all the light naturally comes from one side.
Right.
I love the tin ceiling. It's expensive. It's an element that I would never ever eradicate in a loft space because it is truly New York.
I get the verification code.
I could totally see like a curry yellow, like a really rich, maybe almost like a green undertone mustard on the walls. One thing that I also want to probably address is figure out what's happening here. I don't really love this kind of thing that's interrupting the flow with these beautiful windows that look out onto probably a really cool streetscape in Soho. It looks to be perhaps a walk-in closet. I would move that walk-in closet probably into the bedroom and have a very cool space over there. I would love to open this up and create a really cool entertaining zone. You have 3 windows. How amazing would it be if we could make 6? So think about if we could actually mirror this wall right here. Maybe it's like a tinted mirror like this. So when I look at these windows, of course they're beautiful, but also like there's already not that much light coming through, let's be honest. So thinking of someone who loves Morocco, loves Marrakesh, and is inspired by like traditional Moroccan riad homes. And so I'm loving the idea of doing window treatments where we do like a fabric covered cornice over each of the windows in a traditional Moroccan horseshoe arch shape. So what a cornice is, sometimes people call them valances, some people pronounce them valances. What they technically are a wood frame that goes over the top of the window or over the top and down the sides of a window to hide other curtains or to hide like yucky window frame things. My approach is to maintain the tin ceiling, maintain that brick wall. I would never get rid of a brick wall and just kind of work from there. I want to create separate zones for seating and relaxing, but if I built walls, you would feel as though you were in a jail. I don't care what anybody says. This light wall here is the only source of light for the entire loft. So in order to create separation of spaces, you need something that's lacy and also something that does not go to the ceiling. And so the placement of these screens answers that solution. And I would love to perhaps do some vertical blinds. How cool would that be to really give some verticality in this, kind of long space, but to also give that nod to the 70s and nod to some really cool designers such as Joe Dorso or Bray Shable. As I think about the floors, to be honest with you, even though every texture in this apartment is kind of amazing on its own, there's a part of me that feels like this floor is like not in good shape. So why don't we recover them? Again, inspired by, just sort of Moroccan tradition. I want to do a tile mosaic on the floor. I'm really excited about that. Zalige is one of my favorite mosaic materials. It's all hand cut by artisans in Morocco. And we could do like a teal and indigo fantasia of amazing tile on the floor, and that could be sort of one of the places where we do color and pattern, but it's built in as opposed to what's more expected and tons and tons of pattern and color.
The overall vibe of the space should be one that is a bit understated, a bit muted, and I think that in order to not create a space that feels super high contrast.
Tara, good morning. Hi, good morning. You're gonna go to 26.
Okay, where's that?
On the second floor.
Okay.
And there's booths, and it has the number 26.
You look great. Thank you. Have a great day.
Here, it's actually more of an almond color. I have so many clients who ask me for a seating pit. So many people who are interested in this kind of like sunken living room from sort of atmospheric perspective. I also love that idea of drama.
A chaise lounge, it makes you relax. It forces you to be quiet. It forces you to just have a moment where you maybe turn music to something in a Simone, and you just kind of vibe it. The couch is a sustainable, vegan level. So no couch for hardwood. The little one-side table, again, is a wiry little table.
Better you. Like this. When you have a man. Yeah. Looking over you. So it's like, she's cute. She's pretty. I want to take care of her. And I'm like, fuck you, copper. I can take care of myself. I know how to push a button. Better.
All the way around, create some organic shapes by having things bulge out into the space.
If we're going ahead and building out this plinth and we have the seating, look, we have a ton of space. It's almost 20 feet. It would be fantastic to take, maybe 20 inches or so behind that and create a built-in planter that runs along the brick wall. If we have the seating in front of that, and, again, maybe the seating is a sort of mohair that picks up on the color of the carpet underfoot. If we have that in front of the banquette, there's nothing that's more sexy than being within a sort of jungle and you have the plants that kind of extend over your head.
The dining room table, I'm thinking we would do a custom execution to go along with the custom built-ins. It's translucent depending on where the light is coming from. That's the fun thing about like mirrored glass is you can actually light it from underneath too. But we would do like a smoky brown glass top. That way it sort of plays off of the reflectivity that, the dining table is way back in the apartment. I want there to be more shiny reflective surfaces to be able to bounce light from the windows, which are so far away, into the rear of the apartment.
A lot of people will start with an area rug, and that's the springboard for the textile review. So it's definitely functional. It's functional the same way as Tommy that is functional in Japan, where a room in Japan is not judged by or measured by the square footage. It's judged by the tatami mat. So an area rug essentially does the same thing. It defines the space, it defines the square footage,
Freezing
and
in
it's
here.
functional and decorative as well.
I'm looking at a bunch of different fabrics that I love. Everything is very texturally rich and somewhere between neutral or sort of an earth-driven color. What's really standing out to me is this Dana fabric. This one is so extraordinary. It's called Oz, and I love it. There's
Good morning. It's supposed to be
glitter
that one.
and it actually
Yes?
feels like
Okay.
big stripes you can kind of see here.
In a space like this where we can play with scale and with marbles, it would be interesting to explore sinking the dining area in that plinth that we're actually building out. So we're actually doing something with that plinth instead of it just existing for the sake of existing. Maybe we introduce a new materiality. Maybe we do a sort of black leather in a sort of tufted pattern to provide a bit of texture and something sort of different and a bit of a contrast that would sink into that carpet on one side.
The sideboard sort of melds into the wall and it becomes just this little sculptural element and doesn't take up too much space. The sideboard is truly functional to house books and game night and other sort of things that you don't want visible in the space.
And then when it comes to the tables, I love a low coffee table, especially when it comes to sort of figuring out how do you define and delineate the living area part of the built-in from the dining table part. So in the living space, I'm thinking of using Kelly Worsley's tables, partly because they're very practical and they're made in a mix of travertine stone and wood. So having that mix of materials feels really natural and a little more casual, and different sizes. So some are larger, some are littler.
Those armchairs are for comfort. I love a dark, rich armchair that's soft and approachable. Every piece of upholstery, I think, needs to have tossed pillows. You fall asleep, you can bunch up when you're reading. It picks up the elements and the tonality that's in the area rug and ties these spaces together handsomely.
Definitely want to, get rid of all the light fixtures here. We can do something cooler. I tell my clients all the time that I'm a lighting freak. You will have so many lamps when you deal with me. You will have so many sources of light, and they're all going to be on different switches, and everything's on a dimmer. In this space, beyond having the lights above, I would also have lights in the planters. I would have lights behind the sofa along the window wall.
I'm going to add some blackout shades along these windows for movie night, because even if you want to watch a movie during the day, loft lighting is really imposing.
One of the things that I'm obsessed with is Truing Studios lights. I have always aspired to use their glass links. They're so incredibly beautiful. And again, because they're shiny, but they're also translucent, it's a way of doing a lot of decorative light in a space this vast and this dark, frankly, without really competing for attention with the natural light.
I'm thinking of having some three-dimensional art placed along this wall, perhaps in a cluster, just to add a center of interest. And I think over here at the sideboard, simply placing some framed art that's fanciful and colorful and fun.
So I think one thing that I'm always trying to get clients to get on board with is the idea of mixing antiquity with modernity. We're clearly creating a space that is leaning heavily in the sort of 70s direction. And in order for it to not feel like a pastiche or to feel like a copy of a book that you've seen before, you have to interject it with the sort of opposite. And everything has to feel very organic, but there's a lot of thought behind it. What I would like to do here is to do something that brings in that idea of antiquity. Perhaps we do a plaster sculpture that is over the dining area. Maybe a kind of Greek plaster or marble, I don't know.
On the wall, I absolutely love this piece. It is one of Wendy Chen's circuit boards. She is an incredible artist who plays with the idea of lines and the direction of line, and the medium in this particular case is rope and knots. She's based in San Francisco. She's so brilliant. I love her. I just love her brain. The other thing I really love about Wendy's art, especially in this space, is that it's textural. So there's a big piece of wood that holds the circuit boards together in a line.
So for me, in essence, a super house is something that is beyond the everyday. We're very used to certain conventional ways of living, but clever architects can interpret the site, the brief, the materials, and they can deliver it in a way that is quite, that takes people beyond, but in a beautiful way, and is very adaptive to their lifestyle. We did have a certain criteria around what we were looking for. Connection to nature was actually really major, and it does provide quite a thread throughout the book and the exhibition when you look at that connection. So site was very important. This 360 delivery of form was very important. A great interior was important, but also that it had something to hook onto conceptually. So that might be an idea that was delivered through technology or through craft. And so it meant that we just had to have one central idea that took it beyond the everyday.
To me, there are many things.
So, is someone meeting me here?
Elevate it to that level. And
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought security was still here. I was just asking, so someone's meeting us here? They know that we're here? What is this for?
Make a house a super house, but for me, a really important element is the emotional one. I need to have that emotional attachment to a house as well. It can tick